Jesus hates me, this I know, 'cause I run an atheist show. Afternoon again, everybody. Arrogant Atheist with you as always, and we read sad news today on the interwebs. Facebook abuzz with reports of another atheist conference having let everybody down and left a black stain on the movement in general. The Atheist Conference. I'm not even sure that's naming it, but that is the name of it, so it's pretty generic. But in New York City, of all places, where you can be assured that there's plenty of atheists to come out, even for a moderately marketed conference, being such a big city. Right away, they got a built-in audience there, and apparently some sketchy stuff going on, and and speakers are pulling out. I don't really have the facts. Again, this is just on Facebook. Speakers of national repute, or who confidently speak of their inability to continue supporting or attending or speaking at this conference. And first of all, haven't we had enough? I mean, honestly, whether conferences are failing because they're poorly planned, they're failing because there's too many of them, they're failing because people are sick of them, or they're failing because they're out-and-out scams. As I was saying, for whatever reason that these atheist conferences fail, all of them leave a black stain on the movement, and we need to quit doing half-thought-through shit when it comes to our conferences. First of all, I've said for a long time, there's only so many of us. People don't want to pay $40, $60, $80, $90, $400 to come and see the same, great people. But how many times do you want to see somebody talk about the same thing? Same topics, same speakers. There's a limited pool, really, even though there are a few new ones here and there all the time. Limited pool of interest here, so quit throwing friggin' conferences unless you know what you're doing. People really want to go, and you got something different to show. Help us out with that. And as far as this one in New York goes, if you're one of these people that are trying to start one of these to embezzle money, first of all, you're an idiot. Atheism doesn't have any money attached to it to speak of. I mean, none of us are doing this because we're making money at it. I can promise you. It's just cost money, being a community activist and a volunteer. It doesn't make anybody any money. So to try to bilk folks out of a few hard-earned bucks when they really might want to come out and see the speakers that you proposed that you have lined up, but maybe really don't, then that's crappy. That's devilishly bad, and it just makes the public in general, who are sheep and who will pretty much follow a lead when they see it, makes them hate us even more for atheists and secularists when we come out as or we get busted being less than honest, less than forthcoming, less than forthright, I should say, less than decent charitable fundraising folks. And in that vein, I want to make it known that Milwaukee will be throwing an actual fundraiser, not a secular conference, but a fundraiser, a benefit, a charity benefit for RAIN. This is Rape, Abuse, Incest National Network. RAIN with two N's, basically. You can look it up. And the link will be posted, I'm sure, on this video by our fine production staff. But, the point is that we have people now who have a big followings. They have national followings. They have people who love them, people who are interested in what they have to say, people who have the ear of a lot of people across the nation and the ability to make a difference in society and to come out and do some good instead of stirring the pot in the name of shaking up the kinds of conferences that we're having, or trying to lead the movement via a different tack other than simply being charitable, decent, honest people. This is and I completely lost the sentence there, but this is a benefit, not a conference, where there'll be fun, there'll be bands, there'll be comedians, there'll be seculibrities, as it were. There'll be folks who are big in the movement there, but they'll be there to raise money. They'll be there to urge you to spend a few shekels on a raffle or a lottery or a local fund or a national fund. It'll be sponsored by secular groups in the area, and also, we hope, by some partners in the religious community. It looks like it'll be held at a church. Those details will come out soon, but do go to the link, and this is your chance to see great speakers like Seth Andrews, Aaron Ra, Lalandra Ra, and Callie Wright, and Thomas Smith, and others who are there to not call attention to themselves, not come out with anything of shock value in order to just sell tickets. There to actually raise money for a good cause. Everybody's got $1 or $2 to send to this charity in these times, in these days, with the news cycle the way it is, with current events being what they are. It's time for us to step up, make a difference, and you can do it by going to the link below and help and support this great event. An event that's not about the people throwing it, but an event that's about victims. Everybody knows somebody. We've all seen the Me Too thing, and it's getting to be too much. So go there, support it, and also check out the new podcast. It's up, and you can find it at atheistunderground.com. Happy New Year, everybody. Try to be a little smarter this year.